Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're gonna be having a look at the riffs from Fields of Verdun by Sabaton. Now, tuning for the song is going to be standard E tuning, so get yourself in tune for that. And remember that we're gonna be having a look at the solo in the next couple of days, maybe even tomorrow if I manage to get it done. But it's definitely coming within a week, that's for sure. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, let's have a look at the first riff. Alright guys, now let's have a look at the intro riff, which is going to be divided into two parts, intro 1 and intro 2. Here's how intro 1 goes. So that's pretty much it. We're going to be starting off on 11 of the 4th string, and we are going to play that. We're going to hold it a little bit compared to the notes after it. So, you know, the rhythm for this entire part is pretty much just this exact same idea. We're going to be holding the first note, and then the rest are going to be just 8 notes. The first one is going to be a quarter note. So 11 on the 4th, 12 on the 5th string palm muted, and then 11 on the 4th string again, and then back to that 12. We're doing a little bit of a pedal note here with the 12th fret. Alright, now 12 on the 4th, and I'm kind of cramming my finger here. Back to 12 on the 5th, and then 14 on the 4th. So we have the whole thing would be... Now this whole thing, we're gonna do it twice. Alright, now there's just one more part left in intro 1, which is this. And again, it's the same kind of rhythm. Now we're just doing different frets in this scenario. 14 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 5th string palm muted, 12 on the 3rd, 12 on the 5th, 15 on the 4th, excuse me, and then back to 12 on the 5th. So we have so far and then 14 on the 4th. So the whole intro 1 would go like this. Alright, that's pretty much intro 1. Now, intro 2 is gonna go like this. It's a little bit long, so we're gonna be dividing into the two parts. Each are 4 measures long. Alright, here's how the first one goes. Alright, so we're gonna be starting off again. It's the exact same rhythm from intro 1. 12 on the 4th, 12 on the 5th palm muted, 12 on the 4th, back to that 12 on the 5th. Now 14 on the 4th, back to that pedal note, and then 15 on the 4th. So we have... Alright guys, now we're gonna play 13 on the 5th string, and then we're gonna palm mute it. Then we're gonna play 14 on the 3rd, back to that pedal note, which is 13 on the 5th, palm muted, 12 on the 3rd, pedal note, and then 15 on the 4th. So we have... Alright, now we're gonna play 15 on the 5th, and then we're gonna palm mute it. And then we're gonna play 14 on the 4th, back to the pedal note, which is now 15. 15 on the 5th, 15 on the 4th, back to that 15 on the 5th, and then 17 on the 4th. So we have... So far... Just one more measure to end this part. So we're gonna be playing 12 on the 5th, and then palm muting it, and then playing 12 on the 3rd, back to the palm mute, and then now we're just gonna go straight ahead, 15, 14 on the 4th, and 15 on the 5th. So the whole thing would go... The whole first part of intro 2 would go like this, just the 4 measures. Alright, now part 2 of intro 2 is gonna go like this. Alright, now part 2 of intro 2 is gonna go like this. Alright, now part 2 of intro 2 is gonna go like this. Alright, now part 2 of intro 2 is gonna go like this. Alright, so we're gonna start off playing 13 on the 5th string, and then we're gonna palm mute. And then we're gonna go 12 on the 4th pedal note, 14 on the 4th pedal note, and then 15. So, and now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it instead of 13, we're gonna do 12 on the 5th. So we're just gonna substitute one note. It's the exact same thing. The notes on the 4th string are gonna be exactly the same. So, alright, now we're going into a little bit of a harmonic minor thing. And again, we're doing the exact same thing. We're just changing up the note on the 5th string. It's gonna be 11 now. And now we're gonna hold 12 on the 3rd a bit before going down the scale, which is going to be 15, 14, 12 on the 3rd. So, excuse me, 15, 14, 12 on the 4th, not the 3rd string, the 4th string. So, and now 16, 13, 12 on the 5th, palm muted. So the whole second part of intro 2 would go like this. The entire intro 2 would be like this. Alright guys, now when the chorus comes along, it's gonna be pretty much like this. It's gonna be a variation of intro 2, in which the last 2 measures are gonna be switched out with something else, and then it's gonna be the actual intro 2 as it is, exactly as it is. So you're not really learning anything new here, just 2 different measures in intro 2 variation. And here's how those measures go. They're pretty much introduced when you get to that little harmonic minor parts in the regular intro 2, which is like first things first. You're gonna do here is, instead of going to that harmonic minor note, the 11th fret, you're gonna go to the 10th. So it's just gonna be, that's pretty much it. That's the first different measure in intro 2 variation. The second one is gonna be like this. So we're gonna be playing 12 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 5th, palm muted, 15 on the 4th, palm mute, 14 on the 4th, palm mute, and then 16 on the 5th. And that's pretty much it. That's intro 2 variation. You know, it's exactly intro 2, just with those 2 last measures switched out with what I just showed you. And then you play exactly intro 2 from the intro riff. That's pretty much the first chorus, guys. Alright, now when that second chorus comes along, it's gonna be pretty much exactly the same as the first chorus, but except for the last measure, where you would usually go, you're gonna be going. So we're gonna be sliding into 15 off the 1st, holding it there for a bit, and then pulling off 13, 20. Alright, now the next scalar sequence is going to be all picked, so keep that in mind. We're going to be doing 15, 14, 11 on the 2nd. Palm muted, we're going to do 14, 12, 10 on the 3rd. So, and then 14, 11 on the 4th. And then 12 to resolve it. And that's pretty much what will be the second chorus variation. Alright guys, now when the last chorus comes along, we are going to be playing pretty much chorus 1 with different endings. So instead of doing the, we are going to be doing this, which is actually the intro 1 riff, we just going to add the chord at the end. Alright, so we're just going to be adding the 10th fret of the 6th string power chord and sliding out of that. Alright, that's pretty much the chorus 3 variation. Alright guys, now let's have a look at the verse riff, and we are going to start off playing the 5th fret of the 5th string power chord, and then we're going to palm mute the open 4th string, the open note on the 4th string 12 times, so it would go. After that we're going to do this. We are going to hit the open 5th string power chord, and then we are going to play the 1st fret power chord on the 5th string, and there's going to be a little mute after the open power chord. It's going to be a little bit of a rest, so it goes like this. You know, it's not, it's alright. Then we're going to do again 12 palm mutes on the open 4th string, so the whole thing thus far goes like this. And now we're going to do a similar thing to what we had from before, but we're going to do it with the 1st fret of the 5th string power chord and the 3rd fret of the 5th string power chord. You know, keeping in mind the little rest in between. Alright? Okay, now we're going to palm mute the 4th string not for 12 times, but for 14 times. Alright, so there's 2 extra hits. So alright, and now we have this. We are going to be playing the 5th fret of the 6th string power chord, and then we're going to play 6, 9, and then 5, excuse me, on the 5th string. So, and then we're going to play 9, 6 on the 6th string, and then 5, and then we're going to hit the power chord on 5. So, we have. We want to kind of slide out of that. Alright guys, now you're going to repeat everything up until this point, up until you're going to play the slick. But you're not going to play the slick, you're going to do this instead. This is the second time you're repeating everything again. You're not going to play that last slick, you're going to do this. Just 3 chords, power chords, 1st fret of the 5th string, 1st fret of the 6th string, and then 3rd fret of the 5th. And the first one is for an entire measure, then these are 2 beats each. Alright guys, that is the entire verse riff. Alright guys, now let's have a look at the pre-chorus. We're gonna start off with just a hit on the 3rd fret of a 6th string power chord, and we're just gonna let that ring out. And then we have this lick. We are gonna be playing 2 on the 3rd string, palm muting the open on the 5th, and then the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So again, we're gonna go back for that palm mute. And now 2 on the 3rd string again, palm mute, and then open on the 3rd, and then 2nd fret with vibrato. So once again, a little bit slower. And now we're gonna go back to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, same thing. But now we're gonna hit the 1st fret of the 5th string power chord after that, and then the 3rd fret of the 5th string power chord, and we're gonna instantaneously slide out of that one. And that's pretty much the power chord. And that's pretty much. And that, guys, is pretty much the pre-chorus. Let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs. Alright guys, now let's have a look at that little bridge section right before the solo. and it's gonna go like this. We are gonna be doing 3 hits on the 10th fret of the 5th string power chord, and there's gonna be a little bit of a rest after that, and it's just kind of the, like, pretty much this entire part. This is the rhythm that's going on. We're gonna do it on the 8th fret of the 5th string power chord now, 7th fret, 5th fret, and now we're gonna do a little bit of a, I guess you could say, altered power chord. We are gonna be doing 2nd fret on the 5th and 5th fret on the 4th, and we're gonna do that also same rhythm, just 3 strokes and then rest. And now that same shape, we're gonna do it on the 4th fret of the 6th string, so 4 on the 6th, and then 7 on the 5th. Same rhythm again. So far we have and finally that little power chord hit on the 5th fret of the 6th string, just a regular power chord, and you want to slide out of it. Keep in mind that at this exact instant that you play this chord, the solo would have started, so you only be playing this if you're playing rhythm. We will be having a look at the solo very soon. Stay tuned for that. For now, let's have a look at the bridge with some tabs. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed this lesson for the riffs from Fields of Verdun by Sabaton. Be sure to like, share and subscribe for more solo and riff lessons. If you have any requests, then leave them in the comments below. And be sure to also check out our email in the description below if you are interested in shred and metal guitar lessons. That's pretty much it guys. Happy shredding.